Hello there, everyone. Monica here. How you guys doing? Renee's still out. He had kidney stone surgery last week, and or a little bit earlier, just before last week's live broadcast, and he's still recovering. So I know you guys sent him some well wishes. That's awesome. So what I'm going to do is another app audit, live app audit review. If you have them, great. Let me know how I can help you with that. So I'm going to pop over to comments really quick. I don't have the camera on. I've disabled it. I've been having some computer issues today. It started yesterday, but been bugging me today. So I had to relaunch. I'm hoping I've turned off like all my extensions and all that. Seems to be nice and quiet. Like my fan was running really high. So it was trying to process something, but I think I fixed it. But I'm going to just leave everything off just to keep it nice and smooth today. Let me just plug this in and make sure that this is on. And I don't actually need headphones since it's just me today. All right. So let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know that sound's coming through. Hey, Michelle. Awesome. So we did this last week, and there weren't anybody that needed app reviews. So I kind of just went over a few things. But hopefully today, if you have some help, then you can let me know. I'm going to do a really quick intro. For those of you who already know the deal, maybe you've been on a few of these and you want to just plug in your app ID number, make me a secondary manager, let me know what you want help with and all of that. Then you can go ahead and get started with that. That'd be awesome. Then I don't have to worry about, let me put this over here. Renee sent me a message. Let me just make sure we're good. Also put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Let me flip over here, see what this is about. What you want, Renee? Here we go. Okay, I don't know. I don't understand what he said. I'll go ahead and get started. Michelle, I'm going to assume you can hear me. I have my mic on a different mic, but that's okay. It should be fine. I think it's the same one I used last week where I was also solo. So let me turn this off because I have the little trick is I like to make the first frame like whatever the thumbnail is going to be. Like lots of programs you can, when you're editing, you can choose what your frame is. But for some, one of the tools I use that does like makes my videos searchable, I have it connected to StreamYard. Thanks, Michelle. One of the platforms doesn't allow me to pick my thumbnail. It'll just pick the first frame. So as a habit, doesn't matter what platform I'm using or where I'm going to be using the video later, I always want to start my video, especially as a live stream, with the frame that I want it to be the thumbnail. That's why I have this as a backdrop, and I'm going to just turn that off now because I'm going to switch to screen sharing. So let me make this full screen. And that's not what I want. We'll switch to that in a little bit. Here we go. Looks the same, but this is actually the presentation, whereas before I was just using an image as a backdrop. So curious about that, let me know. We can always talk about different things. Everybody uses different platforms around here in building their dreams and in putting together their online business. So the conversation always kind of, I like to do kind of open office type of Q&As because then you come up with different terms and things like that for what people want training on. But we all use different platforms. We're all, because we all have different goals, we all have different dreams, and we're all working towards different things. But I want to make sure that if you are here because you're building your dream online, make sure that you are in the right place. Kind of a little background of, what dream builders are and who we are here. And, if any of this applies to you, then you are in good company. So if this applies to you, I am passionate about both the products or services I provide and the people that I help. Then you are in the right place. You're doing what you love. You have a passion for it, and not just in what you do or sell or your products or services, but the people on the other end who are using those products and services to better their lives. And you really have a passion about helping them achieve that. You want to create an online business. So we deal in online businesses, whether that's a service business, e-commerce, you're a content creator. but online, earning substantial income on a regular basis. So stable monthly income, 10,000 or more a month, allowing you to live that desired lifestyle and really build a dream lifestyle, a business that's going to fund it. And so you can stop trading time for money and ultimately enjoy what what you're working so hard for. And you want to build meaningful relationships. These relationships will eventually lead to a community that will help you grow your business, scale it on a social level. So you can scale your business to help more people using social platforms and reaching out to them. And we talk about ways to do that. So if that's something that's interesting to you, or that you're interested in, then you are definitely in the right place. And also you have a clear understanding that it's going to take time and work. So it won't happen overnight. But if you want to create that dream business and you want to experience lasting results, not something that you have to keep chasing, but something long-term so you can have long-term success, then you are in the right place, my friends. All right, so in order to achieve that, we like to follow a set of guidelines. Ours is called the Dream Builder Blueprint. And they're a set of guides that kind of keep you on track, keep you on the path to where you want to be. And so defining what that is in the beginning is important. And that's the foundational piece at the bottom, is that dream. What is it? What's the dream lifestyle you want? And then talking about how you're going to fund that. What's the business that's going to allow you to live that lifestyle? So get a real clear picture of what that looks like for you, from what you're doing day to day, where you're doing it, how you're doing it. If you're traveling, if you're sitting at home in your PJs, and what it is you're doing day to day. Are you talking one-on-one people all day? Are you creating content? Some people really enjoy writing their courses or their ebooks at 2, 3 in the morning on their time, right? Whatever it is, but what does that look like for you so that you can build a business around that? And then, of course, that expertise, that specialty that you're creating and that you're delivering, what is that? What can you promise and commit to deliver as results to the people who need it? So who's the ideal client? Who's the person, the recipient that is in need of those results? And what are you going to be able to promise and commit to deliver? And it's got to be something, that you can stick with. So I always say, if you don't like writing, don't commit to, a weekly newsletter or blogging, unless you're going to source that out. So different, for everybody, it's different, but it's got to be something you enjoy and something you're going to be able to do so that you can make good on that promise and that commitment to continue to deliver those results in the best way that you can. Once you have something that, you figure this out, okay, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to do it, then you find the people who need your help. Who are those people that need results? Reach out to a few people, find some trusting people you already know, and ask them to take you up on your offers. Invite them to book a one-on-one session with you if that's what you're delivering, to check out your course if that's what if you're a content creator, you're creating courses, or join your membership. But this is really important because you're going to learn from this process tremendously. You're going to get feedback on whether your pricing is correct, how your delivery method is, where some of the bottlenecks are. So this is what a lot of people will use, like instead of waiting until everything's perfect to launch their membership or their course, you could have like a beta launch, right? Or have founding members come in on a special price or something to get you started, just to get feedback. This is also going to help you create additional content, refine your products, your services. This could lead to additional income streams, maybe things you didn't even think about before. So really important to kind of put yourself out there and start inviting people to take you up on these offers. Then you can start putting systems in place. So the next stage is the nurture stage, where you can then nurture your prospects and clients on a systematic and continuous way with systems in place, with automations in place, but things that you'll figure out from the feedback that you get. And so you'll have a nice way to continue to deliver value to those who have said yes to your offers, or those who are maybe leads who haven't maybe committed yet, but are part of some type of newsletter or free membership. But you'll be able to nurture them correctly and continue to provide value so that they stick around, right? Refer you business, turn into from a lead to a customer and that kind of thing. And so, but don't just jump to this. A lot of people like to jump to and create their systems and think this is what I'm going to do without really testing the water. So kind of go in order. And then once you have something that works, something people are going to pay for, and a systematic way to deliver the content or deliver the service, deliver the products, then you can begin the attraction part where you attract more business, new business, grow existing business. You can maybe then come up with new products or refine current products, new income streams, and really start to scale this and grow it. Once you have something that you can then multiply, right? You can really work with. So that's our blueprint kind of in a nutshell. There's different phases to it. Everybody's in a different stage of the process. And so a little bit later today, I'll show you how you can figure out where exactly you are, and then get some steps and some guidelines on what to do in that position so you can move on to the next step. Maybe you're at the beginning, maybe you're ready to scale and grow. So we'll see. Everybody's in a different place. So today I'm going to do, just like I did last week, I do app reviews. I call them app audits in my membership. So interchangeably, you'll hear me say app review or app audit, but it's basically a way for you to say, here's what I've created, and take a look at it and please help me out, right? Or if you have questions specific to something, or you want, you just want me to look it over. It really just depends on, everybody's a little bit different. So if you want that, if that sounds like something you're interested in, I need to know what you want me to look at. So give me your app ID number and I'll show you how to find that if you don't know. Add me as a secondary manager. That'll allow me to get into the backside and do some editing, or at least take a look and see, look under the hood. And then also give me a description of what you need help with. So you can comment with this, or you can message the 22 Social page. But if you could just comment, if you're commenting in the group and you did not do the permissions where it allows you to use your name and picture, then just let me know your name when you comment. But just put that in as a comment, right? And then describe or give me some idea of what the goal is. So that way I can make sure that we're setting it up correctly. If I don't know that it's supposed to be a recurring subscription for $10, I don't know to check for that. Or I'll check and say, oh yeah, you're all set up, but I don't know if that's what you're supposed to be, set up for. So I'm gonna walk you through a little bit here before I jump over. I see there's a few comments. So let me kind of pop over here and make sure. Awesome, thanks. Michelle, if you could let me know, well, that one's not too hard. I could just type that in. The app ID, because I have to, it doesn't let me copy comments. So I'd have to type that in, but 023 MGR, that's not too bad. Sometimes I can't tell if it's like a 1 or an L, a 0 or an O. I think that one's right. If I know the app ID number, then I can get to it directly. So if you can't find your app ID number, then go to your app that you're at. So the app you want reviewed, and you'll see the dashboard at the top, and click on the little link icon. If you hover, it'll say Smart Link Settings. And when you click on that, it will bring up this little window, and your app ID is at the bottom. So just copy that number down there, and that's what I would like you to comment with. And then if you're not able to get to your app, you can go to 22s.com/account. Anyone with a 22 Social account, when they type that into their browser, it will take you to the My Apps tab, where all of your apps will be listed. And so find the one that it is you want help with, and then click the link icon next to that one. Same little window will pop up where you can get that app ID number. You can also get it right there from the My Apps next to the big orange button. So either way, you don't have to click the link to get this window. If you want to just copy it right there in front of the orange edit button in My Apps. And then after you've done that, just make sure I'm a secondary manager. And so from the same dashboard, instead of the link icon, click the little person icon, and you'll see this option to add a secondary manager. And my account number is 45927. Some of you add me and then don't take me off. So I'm already in there. Perfect. No problem. So put that in there and hit save, and then just let me know that you've done that. If you're on the My Apps page, you can also get to that at 22s.com account. Just click the link icon. I'm sorry, not the link, on the admins icon. So it's a little person. It says admins from My Apps. And then when you click on admins, that same window will pop up. And I'll put my number up in just a second. I'll leave it up for you guys, my account number, so you guys know what that is. And I'll put this up, and I'll run over to comments and check out what you guys got going on. So let me put my number up here so you guys can see that. And then Michelle. All right, cool. So 023 MGR. I'm just going to type that in the browser. And let me pull this over here. I'm going to put my notes off to the side so they're not in the window. And if I click on that, I'll be able to get the app ID number. T2S.com 023. Did I put it in right? See, that's why I don't, human error. I put in M. Where's the number? MRG. It's MGR. Okay, hold on. MGR. All right, and I'm just going to pop that in a little window here. That should take me to your app. It's 121371. Okay. I'm going to come over here now and just put this like in a new tab. 121371. All right, that looks like it's your app. I can see your account, your picture up in the corner here. So that, and that's who's commenting. Oh, hover over it, has your name. Cool. All right. So what I'm going to do then is switch back over here so I can make this nice and framed and pretty. Should have done that first. There we go. All right. So go back over to comments. And you want to put a downloadable PDF for each lesson. Okay, so I'm assuming this is a course. You don't need help with the setup. You've got all that, your payments in. All right, so let's look at just a really quick, now that I know it's a course, I just want to do a real quick look here to see how you have it set up. You have a single payment, perfect. So they only pay once, 97, okay. Let me check one more thing. If you have your CRM set up, you have MailChimp connected, but you don't have a list ID. So let me know, Michelle, if you plan on connecting MailChimp, like sending emails or like a welcome when they buy the course, if they're supposed to get an email, because that's not set up to do that right now. All right, so yeah, you have check your inbox for additional information unless you're manually sending an email every time someone purchases this course. You'll need to connect that on the gate. So if that's something that you don't know how to do, comment and say, show me how to do that. All right, so then they're in here. Let's see, have you had anyone come in yet? Might have just started, so let's just look and see if there's any entries. Okay, so you probably haven't promoted it yet, which is fine. Let's make sure it's all working first, right? Okay, so this all looks great. Branding is nice. So you have day one, day two. So what is it that you're planning to do here? Are these going to be videos? And are these going to be like dripped every day? So like if the day I come in is today, June 23rd, on June 23rd, I see this. On June 24th, I see this and this. June 25th, I see this and so on. Whereas on June 25th, if my friend comes in and starts the course, she's still on this day and hasn't seen these two yet. If that's what you're wanting to do, great. If they know up front it's a full, they get all 5 days at once, then you don't need to set up the drip. But that's something that a lot of people like to do and connect it with an email. So they connect it to the MailChimp list. And then on day one, they get email one. Day two just links them back to this, gives them the smart link to come back here to see day two. Just kind of a reminder. And day three, they get another email that brings them back over here. That's something you could do. So walk me through how this is supposed to be. You want to put a downloadable PDF for each lesson. Is the lesson like in the group or is it an email lesson? It looks like it's a 5-day video series. So I wasn't sure, are you going to put the videos in here? So they're going to watch a video each day? While I'm waiting for that answer, I'm going to show you how you can kind of edit and put a link to your, let me see what this says. Okay. Yes, I have to set up the mail sequence. I have all the emails written, but I'm not sure how to drip it out. So Okay, so you can drip out the emails. So when they come here, this is what they're going to see. Let me close this. So when somebody pays you $97, they're going to go pay. I think you have it through PayPal. So they'll go to PayPal. They'll pay $97. Once they complete checkout, PayPal will automatically send them back here, and they will see this page. So they're not going to see like the admin stuff, but they'll see this where it says "Welcome to the challenge," and this is exactly what they're going to see. So if I just bought this course, I wouldn't know what to do first. I don't know, like, is there supposed to be a video here? If you wanted to make it so that the videos are in here, that would be my first question is this supposed to be a video that plays right here? How are they getting to the content? And then below the video, you can say, download the PDF. My second question to you, Michelle, is if you're doing the videos in here, like, what are you using? Vimeo, YouTube, how are you doing the videos? My second question is, how are you hosting your PDF? So are these PDFs that you have already uploaded like to your website? Are you using MailChimp's like, files in there where it's a link in MailChimp? Are you uploading them to Google Drive? Are you using Dropbox? Like, there's so many different ways you can host a PDF. It has to be hosted somewhere. So if someone's like, well, I don't know, I usually will say, number one, if you have a website, let's just upload it to your website as a file, and then you'll have a link. If they're like, no, I don't have a website, then I would say use something like Google Drive and make it shareable, and then you can put the shareable link in here. So if you give me an example, and let me move this over, of like a PDF that, and I'm going to also take this down just to make it nice and clean. If anyone needs to know, they can come in and let me know. Ask me if they need my ID number again. Let's move this over. Come back to comments. Okay, so let me actually just take a look in here to see if maybe you had already added a few things and then just kind of remove them. Like if you had a video in here before. Let it load a little bit. Let's just see. Sometimes I can just check to see if you had something prior. Okay, so there wasn't anything in here before. I'm just going to hit cancel because I'm not going to make any changes. So then you would do button, and the button would be like a URL. If you're having trouble, like you're only seeing 3, this is it's a temporary error they're trying to fix with just the layout. Let me come back over here. All you need to do is drag the window open and the 4th button will show. Renee taught me that because I was like, how can I get that 3rd? Why are there only, or the 4th? There was only 3. It's just something with the sizing, depending on the size of your browser. So it's a little bit different for everyone, but you can always drag this out. So I would make the button a URL, and then you could say download whatever, or download lesson 1, or the name of the PDF, right? So if the PDF is called, what is this? The Need for Perspective PDF, right? If that's what it's called, you can say that, or you can say download day 1 PDF or whatever, but the button's going to say something, right? So download day 1 PDF. We'll just call it that for now. And then the URL is going to be wherever it is hosted. So I want to know the best way to host PDFs, no website. I want the emails take them to the private link on YouTube. Okay, private link on YouTube. Let me know if you mean private or unlisted. Private is really hard to manage. You would need to know their Google ID number, or what their Gmail is, or however they log into YouTube. And that specific person would need to have access. Like, you'd have to give them access. So, and then unlisted just means it's not searchable, but anyone with a link can view it. If it's private, then they have to have, it'll say, sorry, you have to be logged in with, and then you have to go into your settings in the YouTube video and say, all of these emails can access this video. So you'd have to do that for every person that bought the course. So that's why I don't recommend it long-term. What I would recommend is Vimeo, if you're worried about like it being viewable outside of, let me just hit preview. There's no link. I know there's no link. So if I just go over here and hit preview, it'll let me save it. So if I just, if you use Vimeo I like because it's not free. I'll tell you right now, I think it's like $60 a year. So it's not expensive. It's like I don't know. I pay on the pro plan, so I think I'm up to like 100 and something, 109 a year or something. But the base plan that you need to have your videos private is the plus plan, which I believe is like $59. Well, actually, it's more. I have a link. I keep thinking that because I give my clients a link for 25% off that gives them it for like $60 a year. So if you want that link, let me know. I'll share it. You can get the plus and the pro plans at a discount. But okay, so you meant unlisted. All right, so then we don't need Vimeo. If you're going to go with unlisted, then you can put the video right in here if it's unlisted and send them back here to watch it. And if you're going to do that, let me just hit save changes. Here's how I would do it. And if do you have a video that you could share with me in the comments, or I don't know if you want to put it in the comments, or you can message the 22 social page and I'll grab it there. Or I can go look at it and kind of show you how that works. Or you could pick some other video that's not part of this course that you want me to use as an example. That's fine too. Just any unlisted video, or even if it's not from your course, and then I can kind of do an example. Let's see. At first, I wanted to put the videos in here, but I want the info to drip out so that anyone who buys the course at any time. Okay, so you want it to drip out so that they're watching them in order. Okay, so let's say you already had the videos. I could just find a video. I could even just grab the one that we're doing right now. Let me grab that one because I have that link in a different tab. Hold on a second. I'm just going to grab the YouTube link. Copy link address, and we'll just pretend like that's the video. So the first thing I would do, number one, is I would change the layout. Okay, so keep note, your layout right now is, I'll tell you what it is. I think I just saw it on the previous page. I had a little sash. There it is. Your layout is featured area. Let me get my notepad back up. I should probably just do a new notepad because I have a couple of these open and it's getting a little bit confusing. Here we go. Put that in there. Paste the YouTube. All right. So Michelle's layout is featured +6 on page 3. Okay. I would pick, and I'll put it back afterwards if that's what you want. I would pick, how many do you have? 1, 2, you have 5 videos. And then your call to action, I'm assuming, like your upsell. Okay, so that's 6. So you've got the featured area, which is welcoming them, like support buttons, leave a review. And then you're going to have 6 additional content areas. So I'm going to do this one here, the featured +6. I'm going to hit save changes, and I'm going to refresh so that it's not so huge like that. Okay, and so this way, the video can play right here. It's nice and viewable, and they can go full screen if they want. And then each one of these will drip. Now, if you set up MailChimp to the correct list, and the list is set up with what's called a workflow, they're tricky in MailChimp, and they're going to ask you to upgrade if you don't have the paid version of MailChimp. I would recommend going with a different provider, but if you're married to MailChimp and you love MailChimp, then that's fine. I usually will try to steer people away from MailChimp, but if you're familiar with it and you've got it in there, you will set up MailChimp to, what's called a workflow that says on day 1, send this. So whenever somebody goes through your SRM and ends up here after they pay, day 1's email is in their inbox, and they're going to watch the video here. And so even if they leave this page, the email link will say, hey, here's a link back. And the link doesn't include the video because they could share that email with anyone. And then anyone can watch the video from the link in the email. What the email should do is send them back here because they have to have access in the SRM. They have to be somebody with a green info icon right here to have access. If they're not listed in here, then they see the front where they have to pay. So I always say, just send them back here. Just say, hey, thanks for joining. Day 1 is ready for you. The need for perspective. Click here to check it out. The click here is the same link you gave me. It's your app link. Send them back here. And then they watch day 1. What day 2 is going to show, it's going to show that it's not ready yet if you turn on drip. And I'll show you how to do that. And then in your email, in MailChimp, you set it up so that you say, okay, after you send email 1, the next day send email 2. And email 2 basically has the same link. It just says different. It says, I hope you enjoyed day 1. Here's day 2. Go check out defining your mission. And then with the click here to watch day 2. Click here link is the same exact link that you used in email 1. It sends them back here. But if they share that email with anyone else who's not a member, that person clicks the click here. They're going to come here, but they're going to see the gate. And that's what's really important. And so that's why I would host them in here as unlisted. Let me know if that makes sense. You're not married to MailChimp, I highly recommend ActiveCampaign. So, and I have a trial link for that too, so I can let you know. Let me look at some of these other specific videos that made yet. I'm going to use a video that I have just so I can give you an example. All right. You might want to check out, I have my own, I have a membership where I go over all of these things in detail. And you can ask me Q&As every week on this kind of stuff. So if you want to check that out, it's only $10 a month if you use the 22 Social member link. So let me click over to here. I don't know if the new link is working. It should be. Last week I mentioned how I'm on a new website now. I migrated everything. So hopefully the new link works, but I'm going to type this in here. Hopefully it does. And actually, let me just pop it in here and see. It should be successcycle.com/ActiveCampaign. But I might be logged into one of my clients' accounts. Hopefully it doesn't. Let's go. Did I not set that up? Oh, it is. It's cool. So it'll take you here and it'll give you a trial. You can start your free trial. Just click that. All right. So I just shared that link. I put it in the comments. Check that out. It's not free at first like MailChimp is, but in the long run, it's going to save you a lot. Everyone who switched over has saved hundreds, because if I was still using MailChimp for what I'm doing right now in ActiveCampaign, which I think I'm paying like $29 a month, in MailChimp, I was paying $190 a month for the same exact thing. So in the long run, it will save you as you grow. So I would start with that. All right, so now let's look at, let me say, okay, I haven't made any changes, but the layout already saved. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is, assuming everything's connected and all that, and you have your videos, is for the day 1, I would make this a video. And so you can even make this image the thumbnail of your video so that it looks nice like this. So for example, I was going to use the video for today. I probably should use another one. Let me go to, oops, wrong link, because I had the wrong one in my, copied it over here. All right, so right now we're streaming to YouTube, and that's why I know this link, because I just grabbed it. And so this is the link for like today's video, like this is where we're live. All right, so, but if I just go to like 22 Socials channel, or maybe pick one of these other ones. All right, so like episode 106, all right, not the one that's live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this video, and all you need is let me come over here and see on the StreamYard to see if you guys can see. Okay, you don't see the top, but if I bring this down a little bit, up here is the YouTube link. You just need the ID number up here, and you can add that to your app, or just click share. If you just click share, this link right here is what you need, and you can hit copy. This number on the end of the YouTube BE link, which is this one, is the same number on the end of the youtube.com/watch link. You just need that number on the end, or this whole thing. So I'm going to copy this one. This is the video of episode 106, okay, just for reference. And let's come back over here. In your app for Media One, I'm going to make it a video. And so I don't remove your image. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hide Media One. I'm going to put your video in Media Two. And then you can always put number 1 back. It doesn't go away. and you just go YouTube and you put that number right here. But since I copied the whole link, I'm just going to go like this. Just don't copy the whole youtube.com/watch/whatever, because this needs to be just like this, u2.be/the ID number. So either whatever's easier for you, but you're going to put that in there and you're going to hit preview. And now you've got the video in here, but I could make it so that, let me go ahead and hit save changes, so that that image is the thumbnail. So you would just do that in the video settings, but I need your image first. So I'm just going to go back to your image really quick, just so I can see it. I could also just copy this URL here, but let me just show you what I'm talking about. So I want this image to be the video. So I'm going to very quickly just save this. I could do it here. I could also just right click, save image as. I just opened it in a new tab just to be nice and clean. Save image as. And oops, wrong link. Cancel. And you guys just saw our winner. Save image as. Let's call this day 1. No, I want to put it back over here. Okay. So what I would do in YouTube, if I want to make that the video, not this one, that's today's. Let's go to this one here, episode 106. Go to your edit video in YouTube and put that same image. I know you have it because you're using it in your app. Make that the image of your thumbnail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the thumbnail. I just have to remember to change it back to the right one when we're done. And I'm going to put that in there and hit save. Okay. Now I'm going to come back over here and I'm just going to hide the image. Again, I just brought it up so I could see. I'm going to hide that one. The video, it's already in there, but because I changed the image, it should just auto update when I hit preview. There it goes. So there you go. So let me hit save changes. So we're going to pretend that was your video. You would do that for each video. Once you have it, just make the thumbnail this image, right? And so you can do that and make them all a video. And then if you don't have a website for your PDF, if you had an example PDF, I could use that as well. But let me hide this comment out of the way. Is to put it, so let's assume it's a PDF. Let me find one. Yes, cool. Yeah, so you're planning to use those. Those are perfect. That's what I would do. Make them all your thumbnails. So it would look like this. It'd just be a video. If you were to use Vimeo, you could actually control whether it has the title and all this other stuff and protects it a little bit more. But again, Vimeo's costs and YouTube's free. So if you're going to use YouTube unlisted, that's perfect. It's simple. It's cost effective. And it's just held in here. So whatever the download for this is, you would find that. So I'm just going to go into Drive. Let me see if I can just find like a random PDF. I should have like a section where I do like testing on things. I'm looking in my Drive right now, so just bear with me. I'm just going to find something that I can download as a PDF. That's just a way to, or I could do the slideshow for today. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Today's slideshow. We'll just do that because I have that open. Download this as a PDF, and I'm just going to download like the first few slides where I do the intro. And if you guys want to see how I'm doing this, why don't I show you how I'm doing that? Instead of doing it in the background, I'm going to do it here in this window. So what I'm doing is I'm going to the PDF that I'm using right now for this live, right? So here's our PDF. I mean, not PDF, it's a slideshow presentation. And I'm going to create a PDF just to make an example since I don't have one of your PDFs available. So I find my cursor here. All right. And so, but I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to create like the first 4 slides. Let's say that's our PDF, right? So file, download. Oh, it doesn't let you do copy. All right. I thought I could download selected slides, but that's copy. Copy selected slides. So let me just make a copy, because if I hit download PDF, it's going to download every single slide in here, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to make a copy. Wait till that loads and make sure it doesn't give me an error. Good, it didn't give me an error. I'm going to close this one. All right, so my copy should come up here. Now I just made a copy really quick so I can show you how I'm making this PDF. Turn it into a teachable moment instead of doing it behind the scenes. So it's just these 4 slides, and I want to make this my PDF. Your PDF, of course, is not going to be this, but let's just download as a PDF. Okay. And then it's going to ask me, where do you want to put it? So you're going to put it somewhere, know where it is, because you're going to go back and get it and upload it to your drive or whatever. Now, my drive is connected to my desktop and my everything, my computer. So I skipped that step. I have drive connected to my computer because I use it for everything. So when I download something, I download it to my computer. It's also going to be on drive at the same time. So that's a little bit extra, but let's just do a new folder here. I'm just going to call this test PDF, ODF, PDF. All right. And I'm just going to call it day 1. Just whatever, we'll just call it day 1. All right, so I just made a 4-page PDF out of this slide. All right, I can download it, click it here, it'll show me that it downloaded it. All right, so this is now a PDF. So in Drive, now I know where I saved it, but you would find it to wherever you saved it, you would upload your own PDF to Drive. So this part you probably don't have to do. Michelle, you say you already have a PDF. I just wanted to create this so that I could be on the same page with you. I have my PDF now, but I figured while I'm creating it, why don't I show you guys how I create a PDF? So this part you probably don't need all of that. I just need to go find out where I put it in my Drive. So if I just go to Drive and grab it, oh, it's right there. Let me just, it was right there at the top. Then I don't have to go digging for it. I mean, I know what folder it's in, but it'll take me forever to get to it. Let me just click on it here. Quick access. Awesome. All right. I know this looks like the same page I was on earlier, but that was just me clicking the downloaded file that I downloaded to my computer. I want to find it in Drive, because in Drive, it'll tell me like where exactly it is, and I can go to the folder. So it's in our test PDF folder. Okay, so this is where you would then upload your PDF, Michelle, to a folder somewhere in Drive. You are organized it the way you want it. You can have a folder for your course and then folders for each day, right? Here's the video, here's the PDF, here's all the resources, here's my notes. Wherever you keep your PDF, upload it to a folder in Google Drive. In Google Drive, you're going to go to it, you're going to right click on it, and you're going to click share. And these share settings will pop up. Now, this is automatically shared with the 22 Social team because I added it to a folder that we all have access to. Okay, so it's probably not a great example. Yours isn't going to have all this. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to change the privacy settings. So at the bottom, it says it won't have all those people in it. It'll just give you an option. It'll say, here's where it is, and then change. And I should probably go back. So I can show you where that's at. I did it pretty fast. Share. And then down here, right now, this is the setting that anyone on the internet can, with this link, can edit. If you don't like that, change it. Your setting would probably be private. No one can view, only you. That's the default. So whatever your setting is, at the bottom where it says get link, hit change. And what you want to do is change it to be something else. You restrict it as probably the default. Mine has my name because I use G Suite. Another thing that if you don't use G Suite, you won't see that. Or anyone with a link. That's the setting you want. Now, yes, mine was already like that, but yours probably won't be. So I wanted to show you where you can go to find this and then change it to anyone with the link. Okay. And anyone with a link, and you want to make sure that they can view it. You don't want them to edit it. That means that they can make changes, they can delete it. Okay. So anyone with the link, and their access is view. They can view it. They can download it. They can do other things, but that will then be their copy. They can't mess with your original, right? They're just a viewer. Once that's done, you hit done, but copy the link. Let me just copy that. That's the link. I'm done. Okay, that's the link I'm going to put down here as the day one download. All right, so that's how you upload it to Drive. That's how you get the link. Make it anyone with a link is a viewer. Copy that link that it gives you. It should end with something like view sharing at the end of it. And you actually don't even need that. If I delete that, it'll still work. But you paste that in there, and I'm going to save it because the button won't work till I hit save. Okay. So now I've got my video, which is, of course, the wrong video, Michelle. You're going to put yours, and my PDF, which, again, is the wrong PDF. But when they click that, it will take them to the PDF. Now, there's some other advanced things I could get into when I do go over this in my core or in my different little mini courses that I do in my membership, where I make it so that when you click this button, it doesn't take them here. It actually automatically brings the pop-up to download. You know, like when you click a button and it downloads a Word document or a PDF, you can force Google Drive to do a straight download so it doesn't take them to the source. That involves a few extra steps, but now they have a download where they can click here and they can download it to their drive. It would be your PDF. So upload your PDFs, get shareable links, and put all the links behind buttons in your app. That's number one. And the second part is the drip part. Okay. Well, actually, number one is connecting MailChimp and setting up your email, or ActiveCampaign in this case. Number two would be to host the PDFs and put them in here. And then number three is set up drip. Okay. So we'll pretend we're on number three for time's sake. And then that is something that's in each of these sections right here. See this little lock? Click on the little lock and you can determine, I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so we can see the options. There we go. If I try to edit, it brings me up into this dark space, but that's just the way the layout is. So you kind of have to get used to where things are as I'm jumping around here. Okay. I don't have to make it that big. I just want to be able to see the options. Okay. So there are a few options. You can do it by number of referrals or number of days since registered. And that's the one I want you to pick. So 0 means that it's unlocked on day one. So I would make number 1 0. Otherwise, they have to wait 24 hours from the time they buy to watch the first video. So number of days required that has to pass from the day they enter your SRM. So the day they go through your gate and pay, that's the 0 time, the start of the timer. So I'm going to hit preview, and that's day 1 will look like this, right? Now, day 2, you would come in here, and here's where you would say, and you have to switch it to days instead of referrals. And this would be 1. So 1 day, meaning the next day on day 1. So if I started on June 23rd, I will see this on June 24th. I will see the next one on June 25th. And so for everyone, the date will be different, but it'll be the number of days that from when they registered. So each person will have it different. And then you'll see this red. And that's what it's going to look like to them before that day arrives. It's going to, if you just hover your mouse over it, you'll see that's what it looks like to you right here, because you're the admin, right? You're in here, you're editing. But if you go like this is what it looks like to your members who are still not yet on day 2. So it will have whatever title you have there. So welcome to day 2, but anything else, it'll tell them you'll need to wait this number of days till this is available. So your email that goes to them on the 24th, tomorrow, says, I hope you enjoyed day 1, because they watched this, right? They got the PDF. Tomorrow, I'm going to get an email in my inbox on the 24th that says whatever your email says, and sending them over back to this page Now watch day 2. And when I get here on day 2, I'm not going to see this. I'm going to see it like this. Day 3 will be hidden. Day 4 will be hidden, but the rest won't. And so you need to come in here and just set each one of these up the same way. So we'll just do this as 2 days from the original. And this one, days. And 3 days. This will be 4 days, and so on, right? And then the last one, you have an upsell too. So you can do each one on each day. And I'll go ahead and leave these in there for you. 4, make sure I don't lose count. And then now you may want to have, I don't know if you're going to, I'm going to make this 5, but I would probably make it also 4, depending on how you're going to do this. If you're going to send them this and then wait until the next day to do your upsell, then leave it the way it is. But if you want to also like give them the last day, but also say, you're on the last day, you finally made it, you know, if you go ahead and watch day 5, if you've enjoyed this and you want to book a call, like if you want to do all that in one breath, then I would make these 2 the same. So, because you've got them here. The reason, this is my thought on that. Make this a 4. You've got them here now because they wanted to watch day 5. Once they've got all that, unless there's something else they're going to learn on day 6, there's no reason for them to come back if they know it's just to book a call. So unless you have something else going on this day that entices them, that's going to educate them or do something other than have your call to action here to ask them to join, I would just include day 5 with this part. Like they'll both get this on the last day. Now you could still send emails after the fact, and people who maybe have not booked yet, follow up in a couple weeks, you know, have like a 1 month check-in every month for every person who's purchased this course that has never booked with you, and keep following up and set that up in ActiveCampaign or whatever CRM you go with, that will keep bringing them back here to this. They'll always, once they're past the first 5 days, everything will be unlocked for them. But if they share it with a friend and their friend starts on July 1st, they're going to have to wait till July, whatever, 6th or 7th, till they get to all of it unlocked. So it's based on the date that the person registered. I'm going to save changes and look at the comments really quick, because I know that was a lot that I went through, but really good question. All right. So great. Awesome. Perfect. Yay. These are awesome. Okay, good. Good. All right. I want to do day 5 and the upsell on the same day. Perfect. Awesome. Got it. Okay. So that's how, so you have your drip set up like that. So now all you need to do is set up your CRM and do your emails and link all your videos and upload all your PDFs, and then create buttons and link to your PDFs. So, and you can always come back and just rewatch this replay, because it's kind of the same thing for each of them. But yeah, I'm glad that we were able to go over that. I'm going to leave this. First, let me come in and just fix this, take this out. I'm going to put it back to your picture, your image, and then you can switch it to a video. And you don't have to use the second tab for a video. You can put the video here and toggle back and forth between video and image in the same media. So you don't have to, I just did it to kind of show you could do that here. So if I put this video here, delete it from there, and I put it here, and we'll just say that this is nothing. And then this has the video in here. All right, let me just save. Even if I change it to the image, it's still there. They're both still in number 1 because they're 2 different types of media. If I was replacing it with another image or another video, then it would delete the current one that's in there. But because I'm picking video and the image is over here on the image tab, it's still there. I'm not deleting it. So now I'm just saying, instead of a video, let's make this an image. And now I'm back to the image. And if you swap back over to the video, it's the video, and it doesn't go away, is what I meant to say. All right, save. I'm a sucker for saving. I save all the time. In between each step, I save. And then let me just take this out, your button, because that's not going to be your button. And then I don't know what you want to call it. Let me do that again. If you leave it blank, it won't let you save it. That's why I click over here and then I can hit preview. Otherwise, it won't let me. I don't know what you want to call your button, so I'm going to leave that blank too. Actually, let's just say none for now. And then you can go and create your own button however you want. Okay, and then let me go ahead and take this out too, so you don't accidentally put the wrong video in there. Or if you ever like duplicate this app to create another course, oh, this stuff goes with it. The video, whatever's in here. So I always say, clear all this out if you don't want to go over to the other side. So then I'm just going to do something like that. Switch this to an image. Preview. I'm just double checking one last time. This is just me cleaning up your app for you because I put a bunch of stuff in it. So I'm making sure that it's just not there when I go back in. Oh, it does stay there. All right, so if I just take that out and save that as nothing, that should clear it out. Now I can go back and switch it to a picture and it won't remember the old video. I jump through all these hoops when I try to run a hack. All right, let's switch that to an image. Preview. Save. Okay, you should be, other than your drip, I turned on your drip and I changed your layout. But your original layout was on page 3. It was the featured plus 6 with 3 columns. If you want to switch it back, if you forget and you want to switch it back, let me know. Or you can't remember which one it was, but you could go to layouts and you can change your layout. So I am keeping that saved. I did change your layout. And I added the content drip. You don't see it here, but if you go to the content to open up your editing, so this orange content button and all the gray editing bars open up, you'll see the little locks. So the first one doesn't have it because it's 0, but this one has it. And then this one has it. So that's what it'll look like to them. And this number will change. So if there's only one more day, if they're already 3 days in or whatever, it'll say 1 instead of 2. But it'll change according. It's dynamic based on each person. All right, so I'm glad you had good questions. That this was fun. I love doing these types of things. So awesome. All right, great. I'm glad you found it helpful. Awesome. Tag me or message me if you were any resources you needed help, because I have lots of other links I could share. It's just we could be here all day. And I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Been pretty busy lately with a lot of stuff, but let's see. I like this one. I already cloned the original. Okay, cool. All right, perfect. Then stick with this one and you're good. All right, well, thank you so much for playing today and your questions and things like that. If I didn't get to your question, there's always next time, right? We don't do these all of the time, but we just did 2 back to back. So, you never know. Maybe it's, whoever knows, right? So right now, Renee it's kind of under the weather. He's still recovering. So I thought I'd come in and do another one of these. And it turned out well, at least for you, Michelle. So that's awesome. So if you're thinking, okay, this is pretty cool. I like what she's doing. I also want to drip a course, and you want to do something similar to what Michelle's doing. And you don't have 22 Social, I just want to walk through how the whole thing works. We're also going to announce this week's winner, and then we'll wrap up because I know we're coming up on an hour already. So first of all, it all starts with a free Facebook page. So all you need is a Facebook business page, which is free to set up. You can brand it, make it your own. And with that, you can install 22 Social as a third-party application on your business page. So you can, you don't even have to have a website to do this. You can create landing pages that have free content or paid content, like a course like Michelle's setting up, or recurring membership. So you can actually restrict content in several ways, lots of different ways. So I'll talk briefly a few of the ways you can do that and show some examples of how some of our members are doing that. But when you create these pages, like the course Michelle's offering and a lot of the ones we showcase from week to week, you get a link. It's called the Smart Link, which is what I asked for at the beginning of this Q&A session and the app review. I asked Michelle for her link. That's the link that when you share, it'll show a nice preview post like this in the newsfeed where people can click on. But you can also put that link anywhere. You can like put it in the email that we talked about earlier, like click here to watch video too, right? It's the same link. But I also recommend if you're using the Facebook business page as your online hub for your business, definitely plug that Smart Link as the website link for your call to action button. That's a very prominent button, especially on mobile, more than any other buttons or tabs that are available on your Facebook page. So that link that you get, you'll see after you've published your app. So when you first install, and you get up to 15 of these per business page. So when you connect your business page and you connect your 22 social account and you hit install, you can install up to 15 times on a single business page. And so if you wanted to create on multiple pages, you could do that too. And our plan allows for, even our base lowest plan allows for up to 3 business pages. But this is what it would look like when you first install it. And you're going to want to make it your own and brand it, add your own, images, videos, text, all of that, edit the buttons. But everything you create comes up really nice, can be branded, drag and drop editor. You can then share, and it has a mobile friendly link. And that's that Smart Link I was talking about. So once you have it all nice and pretty and you're ready to publish it, it will generate for you the link for that. And the Smart Link, meaning that it's smart enough to detect if you're on a mobile device or the person visiting is mobile, tablet, laptop, whatever, and it'll give them the best view. So it's a very mobile friendly. And so definitely get in the habit of using that Smart Link when you do. Now, the ways of protecting content I was talking about earlier, you don't have to sell stuff. You can just have like a free informational page, but you can also use it to collect leads or sell something either one time or recurring. So in addition to having just a landing page that's about information, you can have a page that's gated, meaning that they see one side, that's the gate side, and they have to opt in and register, enroll, whatever you want to call it, before they can get access to the other side. And that could be a free, webinar registration or watching a free video, free downloads, a PDF download, some type of giveaway contest, something like that, where they're not paying, but they do need to register and it'll ask them to log in with Facebook. Or you can ask them to pay, like Michelle's course that we went over today. Here's an example of a course that somebody was doing. She's selling multiple courses using 22 Social, where she charges a one-time fee and they pay through the button they click. It connects to either PayPal or Stripe or whatever you set up for your payment processing. And once they pay, they have access. And this is a one-time payment. So like a course is a really good example of this. Or you could do this for selling your time, like booking a one-on-one coaching session or something like that. If you wanted to sell recurring access or get recurring payments from somebody on a subscription model, then that's when you want to use the subscription option on the button, which is what a lot of people use for membership. So a recurring payment that's $10 a month, $50 a month, whatever that is, group coaching sessions for $197 a month. Some people are doing that, where you can do a ongoing subscription and set that up with recurring payments. So whatever you choose, you set it up, you get your Smart Link, and then you share that. And here's kind of a bird's eye view of what that looks like. Somebody sees that. Once it's ready to go, they see that in their newsfeed, they click on it. That takes them to the app that you created. The Smart Link sends them to your landing page. And on there, they're going to be able to read about whatever your offer is, whether it's some type of free download or purchasing a course or whatever. And that's where they will make the decision to buy or enroll or subscribe or whatever it is, depending on what your app is set up as. In doing so, they do it by hitting the blue continue button as their Facebook profile. So it's asking them to confirm their Facebook identity. It's all set up with the Facebook profile, which makes it really powerful, which is why we connect it to the Facebook page. You connect it, it's all logged in with Facebook. So it identifies them based on who they are on Facebook. That's how they'll be able to return each time and have access as long as they're this person. So they're just confirming, yes, this is me on Facebook. That's who I'm logging in as. And now going forward, anytime I come back to this page, I don't have to do this each time. It knows that as long as I'm logged into Facebook, I have access. So they'll say, yes, that's me. And then they have access. They can scroll through whatever you've created on there. And in today's example, we showed it's a 5-video course, right? They'll drip through it and they'll be able to see that and go through it. On the back end, you're collecting that lead and the information and the data with their Facebook profile, their name, their email, and a few other things. You can see all of that on the back end, which is the SRM tab at the top. Everyone that opts in, every Facebook profile you capture is listed here, and you can export this to Excel or CSV file. You can also sync your app to your CRM, your email marketing platform, right? So Aweber, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, Infusionsoft, MailChimp. There's so many of them, right? MailerLite. We connect with dozens and dozens of them. So, and if yours isn't on the list, let us know. We'll look into it and see if we can add it. But yeah, you can do that and sync it, or you could just, you don't have to have that. You could just have a list here that you can export. You can choose winners. If it's a contest, it's all really nice. And if it's a membership, you also have all of the details about your membership. If they paid through PayPal, you can click on the little PayPal icon here. It takes you to their subscription there, but it tells you here like what they've paid. Are they monthly? Are they yearly? The amount they've paid, all kinds of different things. And you can view their subscription, adjust it, do whatever you need to from within here, all synced. And it connects that payment profile to the Facebook profile so that when they try to join your group, you'll know exactly who the person that paid you, who their name is on Facebook. And there's no like searching and trying to match that up with the payment, because it's all going to be back here in the SRM. So that's pretty handy. And there's also this really cool extension, which I use all the time in my memberships. And we have some tutorials about that. So I'll link to those in the comments. Message me or tag me if you need this and you're like, I don't know where that is. Because sometimes I forget to come back and link to some of these things. But there's a tutorial that walks through this 22 Social Connect. It's a Chrome extension. And you color code it. You go in and you pick 3 colors, whatever is going to be active, inactive, and not found. And based on whatever colors you put in your settings, it will then change the names of the people in your Facebook group or the people wanting to join your Facebook group in your member request section to that color corresponding to whether have they registered, have they paid, are they enrolled, have they canceled. Their name will change color based on whatever color you pick to be active, inactive. So I go into a lot of details of how this whole thing works. There's a few tutorials on that. So check out our page. I think in our videos, there's a couple of, how to use this, but I can also let you know if you can't find it, let me know, definitely. But yeah, so Michelle, lots of success I'm hoping you'll have with this course. Maybe you'll be able to see results like this. This is a screenshot of just one of our members who's having really great results, seeing this kind of message in their inbox. So I want to be able to keep sharing stories and success stories like this about people who are seeing this. We love hearing messages when you guys tell us, I love, I made my first dollar sale, or someone just renewed, or I just got a new recurring subscription, and it's so much fun. It's so much nice. It's like those little wins, right, that you need to keep going. So we'd love for this to be you. We'll make sure you get you on the right path so that you can have success and take the right step that's, aligned with where you are, because everyone is on a different place in this journey. So sometimes it's hard to know, what's the right step for me to take now? What's the first thing I've got to do? Because there's a lot of different steps for a lot of different directions, but we're not all on the same path. So the first thing to do is to figure out where you are on that path. Are you on the learn, the earn, or the scale phase? What part of the the pyramid and the stepping stones are you at, so that you know what to do first or what to do now? And a great way to figure that out is to take our Dream Builder self-assessment. It's a 100% free assessment. You can download it at 22s.com/dream, access it there and register. You'll get a customized action plan that's based on where you are on your journey to let you know what's the first thing you got to do and walk you through that process. So at 22s.com/dream, you can check that out, download it. You'll also be able to check out our bundle, which we give away every week. So I'm going to tell you what it is, and then we're going to announce who the winner is. But we have a Dream Builder bundle that's so you can commit to your dream and save money, not just do separately, but both. We have a Dream Builder Blueprint course that we package with the membership software, the 22 Social software, the course will kind of go through all of the different stages, so you'll know where you are based on that assessment, and go into detail in moduled videos on different steps, different processes, from anything from, defining that lifestyle and what you want to commit to and what your delivery model is going to be, to creating that offer, that first offer, getting the sales, converting leads, how to do your advertising, all of that step by step. And what we do is, with the software, you can implement this as you're learning. So you can do both simultaneously, which is why it's bundled. That way you can earn while you learn. And so everything that's taught in the course, in the blueprint course, the Dream Builder Blueprint course, is implementable with the 22 Social software. So get that together bundled, and you'll be saving a lot of money by getting the two together. And you'll also be have access to all kinds of other things in there. And you get locked into your low rate too. So check that out. There's different options you can look at, but all of that there at 22s.com/dream. Look at the different options. Check out the free assessment. You can also join our group. You can also get a referral link to send other people here to join our weekly live streams, or check out the bundle, or even just to get the free assessment, but to get them to come over and register with your referral link. And that's going to increase your chances. Every week we pick a winner where we give this bundle away. So the whole platform, the course, and a year of the software. And if you've already got it and you're chosen as a winner, we give you an extra year. So when your year's up, you will have a free year on us. So this week's winner is Renita Scott. And some of you may have seen her picture, but you didn't know who she was when I was doing the download thing earlier with, I still have this frame up. Well, let me move this over the way. Did I leave this up? Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to leave this up the whole time. That little frame was in the way. But you may have seen, I may have opened the bag a little bit, but Renita is our winner. So Renita, I don't know if you're watching, maybe catching the replay. Congratulations. You just won our bundle. It's a year of 22 Social. It's the Dream Builder Blueprint course. And all you got to do is message our page and we'll get you all hooked up. So just hit the message page up at the top. m.me/22 Social will also get you to our messenger. And if anyone else has questions, or, you're going back and watching this, because we did cover a lot today. Really great questions from Michelle. So I appreciate that. Allowed me to kind of dive a little deeper into a few different things. Then just ask in the group, and you can get to the group also by going to 22s.com/dream. It's the Dream Builders group there. You'll join the Facebook group, and there's lots of helpful people in there, but you can always tag me in there and ask me questions about anything, and I'll be sure to help you out, or at least point you in the right direction. But I do appreciate those of you who are here today checking us out. Great questions from you, Michelle. Appreciate that. And looking forward to see how it goes with your course. Take care, everyone. I will see you next Tuesday, same time, same place. Bye.